Hello, teacher loves. This is day 3 of e-learning, and I must admit, and I'm sure everybody thinks the same way, it is very challenging, to say the least. The amount of prepping for e-learning is extremely insane. But I know we're going to get through this, and the plus about all of this, I'm learning a lot more about technology, which I do love. That part is no issue. It's just the prepping, as well as the all the notifications I get through Google Classroom. I mean, my phone is literally blowing up. But I know we'll get through it, and I know I will eventually get through it. So, no biggie. But it's an adjusting period for sure. So yes, but yeah, this is day 3. This is actually week number 5 that we have been out of school. The first 2 weeks we spent with optional activities that we gave our kids. We all were asked to have a Google Classroom or a Seesaw account set up before we left, or actually a while before we actually got dismissed from school. So the first 2 weeks, March 13th was our last day, and then the first 2 weeks we were asked to make sure that we just put optional activities on Google Classroom. And then that week after that, we had our spring break. So technically this is our 2nd week of e-learning, but our 5th week being out since March 13th. Hope all that made sense. But yeah, it's been a little challenge. So my home classroom is getting messy. It's kind of hard to keep that organized, but I'm working on it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you some things that I'm doing, show you my Google Classroom. What I did was set an account up as a student, so I'll show you that side and kind of, as much as I can, show you the teacher side of it. So just stay tuned, okay? Before we get started, I want to kind of give you an outfit of the day. I'm not wearing anything too special. This is like my get up around the house, and for like Zoom meetings. I make Google Meet meetings, not Zoom. We can't use Zoom anymore. But yeah, so I'm wearing a striped tank top with a purple tank top under it, and then I just have on blue leggings, and ignore the socks here, but this is my shoe wear around the house. But yeah, that's my outfit of the day. Wearing these earrings because I miss getting cute and going to work, so I shouldn't say getting cute. That sounds kind of cocky. Dressing up. I miss dressing up and going to work. So yeah, this is my outfit of the day. Okay, so y'all, this is my Google Classroom as a student. So what I did, I enrolled myself as a student using my other Google account. And so when the boys and girls open up the classroom, this is what they will see. And I've already mentioned, I think in one of the videos, that this is like the feed, kind of like a Facebook feed or Instagram. So this is the main feed. But here at the top is where they go when they want to just look specifically at the classroom assignments and other important information that I've posted in our Google Classroom. And I do love the fact that when I go in as a teacher, I can set topics so that students are not just roaming around on the website. And so also I like this component as well, that if they want, they can just go straight to the tab that they want to go to from this side as well. So I'm going to show you what I've placed in for this week. And I think, yes, I have it labeled as April 9th through the 17th because our first week was technically only a 2-day week. And we started our first full week this week, which is April 13th through the 17th. So each morning, go back for a minute, each morning they get on, they have a slide that they have to, a morning slide that we open, that they have to read and do. So this is what our first morning slide looks like, or actually not our first one, but this is what one of our morning slide looks like. And so what I've pretty much asked them to do, we Google Meet every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So what they have to do is just read this and basically do what it says. This is very familiar to what we did when we were actually in our classroom. So yeah. So they have that, and they have to greet each other. And then, again, this is where they go for their coursework. And so what I was going to show you is just some activities that we did this week. This is from I'm sorry for the interruptions, guys. Wow. All right, so this is these are activities that they did for this week. These are the weekly activities. Here's all the activities that they have to just upload into Google Classroom. They're not in any slides. They're just things that they print off or however they want to do it and just upload to Google Classroom. So I'm trying to figure out an easier way so that I don't have so many papers. But I also did this as well. Uh-oh. I just realized I did not assign myself the Google Slides. I assigned it to everybody, but not to myself. So hold on for just a minute. I'm going to have to go out and go to my teacher side. I assigned it to me, but not in the same way that I assigned it to my students. I actually uploaded it as one of my activities to Google Classroom. But anywho, so these were the weekly slides that I sent out to the students. Some of them were interactive slides, like this first one included a video that they must watch in order for the parents to understand how to operate, use the interactive slides. So, and then this is just something I put at the beginning of the slide just to remind them that in order for them to use the interactive slides, they will have to be out of present mode. But yeah, so I set it up. I have Monday and then all the activities for Monday. They always start with a journal or writing prompt as well as handwriting. And then this was our book for the week. I just found it on YouTube and versus me reading it to them. Reading our vocabulary words from the book. This is our grammar skill. And then here is the interactive page that I was so impressed that I learned how to do, that the interactive page that they use for prefixes. So they were actually just supposed to drag the pieces or drag the prefix to the correct word. Okay, that's not correct, but I'm just giving you an example of how I made this interactive. And like the back, it does not move. So the only thing that they can move on this slide are the pieces. So I do like that. Our math skill this week was fractions. So we talked about fractions, another interactive activity where they had to identify halves, thirds, and fourths. And then they moved to Tuesday slides. So each day they had a journal, they had a reading skill, vocabulary, and then we did flip-flop. Our our second grade team decided to alternate between phonics and grammar so that we don't assign both each day. So they flip-flop from grammar to phonics. So this was their phonics pattern for this week. Vowel combinations OA, OE, and OW. And they just basically had to read the words and go to Spelling City to practice the words. And that would just kind of cut down on the things that have to be submitted to Google Classroom. And then on this day for math, we did the 5th, 6th, and 8th. And they did almost the exact same activity. And now this resource is not mine. I got this from Amy Lemons from the Magic of Math. So all I did was upload it to my Google Slides as a PDF and made it interactive. So this is not my work, as well as this. These are not my work. These are from Magic of Math. And of course, Wednesday, we go through the same drill and so forth and so on. Now, at the end, when they get to Friday, instead of them taking a pattern test to practice their word, I send them to Spelling City and take a test. And that's what I actually assigned to them to take. So they'll go to Spelling City and actually take a little quiz on their pattern words for the week. And then I also upload this to the end of the slide just to make sure that, to kind of keep them organized, keep me organized. They have to check off the things from the activity that are in the slides and in the weekly activities as well that I showed you earlier. So they have to just kind of mark everything off as they go through each day. And so this was just a reminder that they make sure that they have everything checked off and everything completed. And then I just end with have a great weekend. So this is basically how I plan on setting the slides up each week. And yes, we have to post weekly. So that's where the prepping and the time, is so overwhelming. That's how it's overwhelming, because we have to do this a week at a time. But it's when we upload it, it's done. Okay.
Bunk beds in it.
It has 2 bunk beds in it. Is it Disney World?
Mm-mm.
No.
Disney Cruise? No.
Okay. Hopefully over the summertime we can do some Google Meet so we can say, hi, my computer is working so much better today because I rebooted it last night. I'm noticing the computer is not freezing. So maybe Google Meet is okay now.
I think you're muted, honey.
Right.
Yes.
Summer is my birthday.
Is it June or July? Hey, Emma, go ahead, baby.
Sorry that I missed last time.
It's okay. We missed you. It was pretty sad that we had to leave so abruptly anyway. It was really sad.
Yeah,
I'm glad we
wasn't working.
I'm glad we get these opportunities though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything okay though?
Yeah.
You said yes, good. All right, Genevieve, go ahead, baby.
Okay, so last night my brother went to sleep at like 8, and this morning he.
You don't know that you are. Won't you give it to me? Give it